Welcome YouTube. This is Game and Recon here with I believe part 3 of our Clearwater city building experience. And basically, let's start this up. In the previous episodes, we built schools, fire departments, upgraded to about 6,000 residents, possibly more. So our city is growing. We upgraded some of the roads to medium density, so that basically means, you know, 2-lane roads going in each direction. To higher traffic means bigger buildings can be built alongside those streets. And we also zoned for higher land value. So as we get in here, basically, I gotta stop saying that word basically. I'm starting to annoy myself. We have our high-income mansion neighborhood right here. And I think looking forward over here, we have a middle-income neighborhood. Let's kind of zoom in here and travel. It's kind of a pretty area. Who's this person?
Mawu Garby.
Came from the school bus stop. And she pretty much living a high life over here. Ashley Terry. And a lot of people are walking into that house. Jeez. How many people live there? The Gutierrez residence. Okay. We have 3 active missions. One is plopping the academy, and we'll explain what that is very soon. Right now we have about $57,000, and we're earning $3,016 an hour. And there also one is plop a mega tower or elite mega tower. And we're probably going to do that too. Let's take a look here what we can do. Let's get a general overview. Want to take a look. Okay, so the money's coming in. Our taxes are at 10%. People are still pretty approving of my mayoral skills, and it's only rising. Let's take a look at what didn't like that kids couldn't go to school. People keep dying. That was before. 2 deaths per day still. Let's see what seems to be the problem here. 8 patients being treated currently by this clinic. 25 is their capacity. I'm wondering if people keep dying because we only have 1 ambulance. Maybe we should upgrade that. Alright, looks like it's $10,000 to put another ambulance bay in. That's probably worth it. Okay, let's back out here. Take a look at the health map. Wondering why people are still sick and dying. There's a sick person living over here in the low-income residence. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the pollution. But we seem to contain that. The wind is blowing it off to the, I guess you would say that's the south region. And there's an injured guy right here. I'm wondering if the ambulance will get to him. We just put... Here it comes. Here it comes. See how long it takes him to get to the hospital. Maybe it has a lot to do with traffic. Maybe they die on the way to the hospital. Alright, let's see. How long it takes them to get to the hospital. Seems to have a pretty good shot at it. They don't stop at red lights. I can't believe ambulances stop at red lights. You blow that shit. That injured asshole to the hospital. Alright, he's in there. Now that brings our... They're treating 9 patients at this point. Okay, we gotta improve that somehow. Looks like we got another building going up. And we have our medium wealth apartment complex here too. Sweet. That means we're definitely having growth. Maybe we should keep this going. Let's try and do the academy mission. It costs 2,000, I think it's 20,000, 25,000 to build the academy, but in the long run, we're going to get that back if we manage to beat the reward parameters. So what we'll do is we'll speed up time here and allow us to get some more money. Alright, it is June, year 1. We have enough students to build a community college now. So maybe we should start paying attention. That'll raise the tech level of some of these industries here. Maybe we should do that too. How much does a community college cost? 42,000. Jeez. Well, we're almost at 800 students. We're gonna run out of room at our grade school for sure. So maybe we should consider that. Well, let's try to get an extra 20 grand here from the academy. We have enough rich people in town to actually make this happen. And I think what we're going to do is eminent domain this neighborhood here to place it so that what that'll end up doing is increasing the land value of all the houses around it, because it needs high income, high wealth workers to do the research projects. So let's go to the academy. Let's click on that. Let's see how that changed our land value. Yeah, it's increased. Now we have it kind of bending like this. So now we're going to have mansions pop up over here. Alright, let's slow time down there just a little bit. Let's get back to the game screen. And we'll start explaining what the academy actually does in a minute here. Looks like we're starting to get traffic along this road too. This is a medium density street, I think. If not, we'll have to upgrade it because a lot of people are going to start working here. As you can see, all these people are waiting to turn. Now that's a hell of an intersection to have. There's not much I can do about it though. And one of the things that the Cities of Tomorrow expansion pack does to the game is it increases when you place a high-tech building like the academy, it starts upgrading all the buildings around it slightly or changing the look. Like, look at the street versus this is a standard, not futuristic street. But as you zoom in here, there's a futuristic street with all these weird lights, and all the buildings start to look more futuristic around it. Basically, spreading the future. So let's see what our mission requirements. So we have the academy hiring enough staff to open. And now we can actually start a research project. So let's see, what can we do to improve the lives of our citizens? Now, I was complaining about water and sewage earlier, and it looks as though we can research the sewage sanitizer. And let's see what it describes it as. Advanced filtration technology allows a direct conversion of wastewater into potable water. So turning sewage into actual clean water, and it won't pollute the ground, so we can get rid of our shit pump as soon as we put this in. It's only going to cost $5,000 to research, so let's do that. So that is, we just got our 20,000 back. We just passed the mission. Oh, we got to complete. Once it's complete, we'll get 20,000. Okay. Now we can work on futurizing the rest of this area to kind of get it looking really sweet. Here's what a standard mansion looks like, non-futurized. Okay, just your normal house. And then I believe there's another one over here that's all futurized. You kind of see how they have solar panels and weird things kind of like sticking out of the side. And that's what we're trying to do. We're going to improve the quality of life of our citizens. And then we're going to do that by bringing the future Now, futurized buildings generate less air pollution, and they also are more economical, and they use less power because of the solar panels installed. So if we can spread the influence of the Academy across the region, we'll end up improving everyone's lives. Now, one of the things, we're looking at resources. One of the things that the Academy actually generates is what they call control net. Now, all the advanced technologies like what we're researching with the sewage sanitizer needs the resource of control net. So the more workers or the more high-income residents generate the most control net. So think about everybody boosting the Wi-Fi signal across town. And the more of that there is, the more of this resource we can actually use for future technologies. Now, when we add the sewage sanitizer, when we get access to that, it's going to need control net to function. If there is not enough control net for it to work, the sewage will not get cleaned up and it'll just start poisoning the water and the water will stop flowing. So we need to keep this number high. Right now we're generating 3,220 control net and we have no excess. We don't need any right now, but we're just right in the middle. So we need to add more high wealth workers. I think the only way I can possibly do that is to build up this area here. So I think what we need to do now is make sure that now that we have the rich neighborhoods and the medium density neighborhoods, we want to make sure that buildings like this, the upgraded density buildings that support more of a population, start building in this area here. So let's take a look at our density menu. Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. That's not what I wanted to do. Building density map. So it looks like this is the area of highest growth. Now, if you recall, this is where our city started, so it kind of makes sense that this is the area that's going to start increasing in density. We're really close to getting bigger buildings now, and this place is going to really start looking like a city. As you can see here with the larger apartment buildings, and it's going to keep going. We got this whole neighborhood down the main avenue. It's already started with the tenement buildings. The commercial area is probably going to need to get upgraded. Now, the one way to do that is we need to upgrade the road's capacity to support traffic. So what we're going to invest our money in now is upgrading all the roads in this city to medium density. And wait, we have an alert. We have one criminal living in the city. Well, that's sucky. Looks like we're going to have to add a police station to make sure that these guys don't get away with it. Now, education also has a hand in crime. Now, we're pretty lucky that we haven't had a lot of crime yet, but this is now starting to be a problem. So let's add a police station, and I believe we're just going to put it next to the other public safety buildings that we've already constructed, near the hospital, near the fire station. Because mainly, criminals like to strike the commercial areas, and we zoned this whole area around the police station commercial. So eventually they're going to want to rob a place or something. Let's take a look at our crime map and see where the actual criminals live. So it seems like he's right here. Alright, what are you up to, man? He's in the industrial area. Committed crime and he's returning home. And he's doing it on foot. That takes a lot of guts, man. Look at that, he's all dressed up like a burglar. Hopefully the next time, let's keep an eye on this guy. Next time he decides to do something, hopefully the police will just grab his ass. I guess we could do we have police yet? Are they patrolling yet? Man, he's walking a long way. Hope he doesn't mug anybody. He's just kind of chilling. But he's hanging out by this store. Bugs Sparks. I wonder... You gonna rob anybody? You better leave my people alone, man. These two guys should just jump his ass, but then that's another crime committed. He just starts running. Oh, damn, he's booking. Oh, look at that. He's a middle-class guy. He's just bored. Decides to rob people. What a jerk. Alright, we haven't checked on... Okay, our garbage collection is fine. Our sewage is still in an excess, and we still are producing excess water, but not a lot. So that's going to get a little dangerous when we're not providing water anymore, and people are going to start complaining about that. So we're going to need more residents, but I don't want to spread out anymore. I want to keep the city contained here, or else we're going to start running out of room real quick. We want to just build up the density of what we have so far. So let's take a look at what roads need to be upgraded and get that going. And hopefully by that point we'll generate more revenue. In fact, I'm going to speed up the game time and check the crime map just a little bit. Where are my cops? Okay, my cops are driving around. Oh. Hey, they're pretty close to that dude's house. Alright, let's see. We'll leave them alone, see if he gets arrested. No one's arrested yet. We'll hear like a little... something notify us. Alright, so this is the place of the highest growth, so we're going to start upgrading the roads around here. Now, this is a street. We're going to put it medium density. We're going to do it this one too. And this one. That one's fine. We already upgraded that. We already upgraded this road too. But we didn't upgrade that. Okay. We completed the research project and just got 20,000 as our reward. That's good. We needed that, especially with the project we're doing right now. That's a medium density avenue. We're still good here. That's a medium density street. What about this one here? We're gonna upgrade this whole side. It's gonna cost a lot, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. It'll help us make more money if we can support larger populations. And look, our businesses are now turning into office buildings. We're getting our first office building in our commercial area. They're starting to build up over here. What's going on with the academy? We're going to need another research project. Traffic seems to be an issue here, so I think maybe we should research the maglev station, so that's something that we can access later on to improve so that not everybody's reliant on cars. And that might clear up some of the traffic here. Let's check our criminals. See if we developed any more. Well, he hasn't left his house yet. Oh, he has. Okay, let's slow it down and follow this guy. Let's pause and see what he's intending on doing. Looks like he's actually inside the tile shop. It's 7:13 in the morning. Apparently they run in shifts. I don't want him committing a crime either. Going somewhere. Let's follow this guy. He's up to no good. We're gonna go to the taco store. Going to embezzle some simoleons. Wow, he's upgrading his MO, modus operandi. Now he's going to try to do embezzlement. He also changed his name. Now it's, instead of Buzz, it's Hop Toad Graham. And until he commits a crime, the police won't actually apprehend him. Oh, there, wait, the police. They just drove right past his ass. Look at that. That guy clearly looks like he's up to no good. Whatever. Oh. They're getting out of the car. He's talking to them. They ignored him. Okay, so let's take a look at any of our roads that we need to upgrade to medium density. We're good here. Good here. Good here. 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 Not here. We get the one in front. Yeah, we got the one in front. Alright, we're almost done with our upgrade project. Let's kind of watch the road. Oh, I'll zoom in here. You see what you have here on a low density street? Just like any other neighborhood street, low speed limits, one lane heading one way, one lane heading the opposite, inbound and outbound. So let's increase that to medium. Now we have 2 lanes heading in opposite direction with stoplights instead of stop signs. Traffic control lights. Now we're going to start running into problems because our population is going to jump up. We're now at 8,000. We're going to have a sewage problem for sure. So we might need to have to build that sewage sanitizer very soon. So we've upgraded all the streets to medium density, almost. Yep, every street in town is now medium density. Except for this one. Make sure the cops have access to a medium density street. Alright, we're going to have a sewage problem. We are now at 3.3 in excess. So what we're going to want to do is plop sewage. Where do I put it? I don't want to build another street. You know what? I'm just going to have to. Let's extend the road. Medium density. Bring it down. About right here. Just spent $5 grand. But we have to do it. Let's make sure that we have access. Give this building enough room to expand. So now, hopefully we can then turn off our shit cannon over here. Looks like the garbage dump's getting full. And someone's sick at it. And stop polluting the ground. And then maybe we can research cleaner garbage disposal techniques so that we don't have to worry about people getting sick and the garbage dump being used anymore. There's a certain technology you can research that's pretty nifty. It's one of them is called a ground scrubber, but that doesn't. Well, just take a look here. It can show you maglev station, control net facility. Once we get the level 2 upgrade, we can get control net facility, which will boost the signal across the city. Wave power plant, sky bridge, fusion reactor power plant, which would be pretty much the best power plant in the game. Garbage atomizer, which would be a part of the level 3 upgrade. Now this is kind of cool, because basically superheated plasma atomizers resolve the quantum uncertainty, conforming that no, the garbage is not there. It converts garbage and just practically vaporizes it with no ill effects. And that's something we can shoot towards. Clean garbage disposal. We can probably try and focus on futurizing more of our buildings, and we can do that by adding high-tech parks, things like that. Let's take a look at our building density again. Looks like this whole downtown area is ready to grow. So is this. Let's check our sewage sanitizer. Looks like they're pumping the shit to it. Where is that sewage? Right here? Okay. It's working. Starting to treat the water. And the cool thing about it is that not only does it convert sewage, it takes care of both problems. You don't have to add a water pump now. You can just have the sewage water be reconstituted into clean water. So it's already at 45%. Let's see if we can speed up the process. Make sure that all the water is treated. What we're going to do now is shut down the sewage pump so that it's no longer pumping shit out. It's just sitting there. Let's upgrade the road here. I don't like the fact that half part of that road is still dirt. And I'm spending a lot of money for just a little segment. And it's also now, see, this futuristic building is now starting to futurize the road. So as this gets spreads out, and now high-tech industries are going to start because our population is more educated. And now high-tech industries, which pay more in taxes and employ more people and pollute less, are now going to start showing up. Let's speed up the process and see what these brand new buildings are going to look like. Be nice to have some technology parks and things like that. Stop being dirty polluters. Their tech level is... okay. Is anyone... Tomorrow Tech. These factories seem to be building up as well. Just kind of want to see what they are when they get done. They're probably going to look really cool. There's a mission from the fire department. Let's take a look at that. Hey Mayor, my friends and I want to do a fireworks show for everyone. Reward is 50 grand. Huh? Safety? We might cause some fires, but no worries. Alright, I'll do it. And then, to cheat, I'm going to pause the game and add another fire truck. So that... oh wait, I shouldn't have put it there. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm going to be spending more money an hour. I just spent most of our stuff. We can make 50 grand if we pass this. Basically, we just have to have fewer than 5 fires in 7 hours. So hopefully these fireworks don't burn half the city down. It looks like the fireworks already caused our first fire. Right across the street. And another fire. 5 abandoned buildings. Oh, wow. Let's get rid of these abandoned buildings. Don't want those catching up fire. Those things go up like a tinderbox. They were bitching about no shoppers at the High Wealth restaurant. How are these buildings burning down right across the street from the fire department? 3 hours left. It's probably going to burn something else down. And there we go. Fire department's stuck in traffic. I don't believe it. I really just don't believe it. This building's going to burn down because we have a traffic problem. We're going to fail that. And we spent way too much money on that extra fire engine garage for no reason. They can't even get to anything across the street. Of course, it had to happen during rush hour. Why not, right? That's what I get for putting on a fireworks display. Can't have nice things. And I believe I failed. I don't know how I'm gonna pass this mission. Apparently I did. We just got 50 grand. Now we have 107,232,000. Or yeah, now 11. Yeah, we're making four grand an hour. Sorry, I got stumbled over there. Started stumbling in my speech. We're almost at 10,000 residents. We're making $4,000 an hour. And what are they bitching about now? Okay, the academy needs another research project. You got to keep these people engaged. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna research a level 2 upgrade. That'll take a while. That'll keep them occupied. We got to figure out exactly how to keep shoppers at these stores over here. We're gonna need to hire population of rich Sims. They seem to be pretty pleased. I'm giving them all kinds of stuff. They're gonna need freight. That's what they're bitching about. Okay. Okay, alright. Let's take a look at our demand. Seems like there's a small demand for industry, but not enough to warrant them, like, really complaining about it. And what else we can do in the meantime is bulldoze this water tower now that we don't need it anymore, because I think we're pumping enough water right now. We have an excess, so that's good. And then we'll zone that area where the water tower used to be into more industry. Get some more factories going. And now we can afford that community college. And hope we're making an excess budget, so let's see how much the community college costs an hour. 500 bucks? We can do it. We'll put it over here across the street from the police station. So now that should, with more education, these tech buildings should increase into high-tech factories. But business is okay still. So we need to do something about that. Alright, it's 12:53. What else can we do? What else can we do? We've upgraded the roads. I guess we could try this mega tower mission now that we have barely enough. And I'll tell you what those are in a minute. So let's go. Speed the game up and let's get a surplus of money going. Wait till morning. Start a new construction project. Okay, what's going on with the health now? Lots of health issues. We have no deaths per day. So what are they? There are many sick or injured Sims. You may need to expand your health system to accommodate them all. So let's take a look at our clinic now. Looks like we're at capacity. So we're going to have to add an addition. This is right when we have enough money. Somehow the game wants more of it. I'm kind of tired of expanding this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my budget surplus and really just expand it to the maximum capacity so that I don't have to come back to it anymore. That lowered our profits down a little bit, but they should have the capacity. We'll leave it at 2 ambulance bays for now. Hopefully no one dies. We got that number down to 0. So that should stay that way. And let's we spent a lot of money on that. Almost another 30,000 to get that going. Alright, what do we got here? Hey, we got an opportunity to make another 25,000. These guys want to throw a giant block party all night. Okay. We may toss out a bit more garbage during the party, but you don't mind, do you? I'll do it. Why not? We need money. I'll whore myself out. Let's give the garbage dump another garbage truck terminal. Because that party, I have a feeling, is going to cause a lot of garbage. Let's see how much garbage we have now. So the whole city is clean, and after that block party is over, I'm pretty sure you're going to see something crazy. Like overflowing garbage cans citywide. Hey look, I just spotted some office buildings. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're starting to look like a city. These are starting to be abandoned again. Oh my god. Take a look at that. Garbage through the roof. And there's our trucks. We got a fleet of 4 garbage trucks in the city, so streets and sanitation are doing their job. Let's see if the police are doing their job. Yep, they arrested that guy. So they're doing their job. And it looks like our rich shops down here are going out of business. don't know what to do about that. I really don't. And we're gonna have a water shortage. So let's extend, give us... Alright, our water shortage problem is gonna cost us a little bit per hour, but it should... Looks like the sewage sanitizer doesn't really provide a lot of water. Running out too. I don't know where to... These places are polluted. Alright, we collected 250 cans of garbage. Looks like we'll put the water tower over there. Now we have an excess. Slow the game down a little bit. Petition to build mayor's house approved. Oh, these people are going to give me a house. Alright. For the neighborly, lend a cup of sugar, mow their front lawn, kind of mayor. So what neighborhood am I going to move into? It's medium density, so it raises the medium wealth land value around it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to eminent domain these people here and live by the academy. Or, you know what? I want to live kind of downtown. So I'm going to live right here, close to downtown. So that's my house, fool. Let's take a look at it. It's a nice place to live. So now these people get to live next to the mayor. Lives next to me. So now these probably raise the land value around there, so those apartment buildings are probably going to go bye-bye. Which means our low-income people might need another place to live. It didn't really do it that bad. These people still got a shot. I figure I want to be the common man's mayor. It provides jobs, too, because I get to hire a staff. So I want to live close to everyone. I live close to the rich people. I live close to the middle income, and I live close to the low income. So I live in the slums and the neighborhood. I'm from the hood. I'm just that type of guy. Let's see how our businesses are doing. All the businesses close to the avenue are doing pretty well. I'm getting bigger buildings here. This whole area now is supporting apartment buildings. What was someone complaining about something? Hold on. They didn't like the fact that the garbage was piled up from the block party, but we made money, so... We have a water shortage again? What's up with the water, man? Alright, we're gonna upgrade this thing one more frickin' time. Let's take a look. Maybe there's not enough control net powering that? Yeah, that's why. There's not enough bandwidth to support a building like that. So we need a stronger Wi-Fi signal. Alright. We need to find a way to get rich people into the city. Or support a big population. It will look like they're gonna build a larger condominium here. Let's see what that's going to look like when it's all done. We got 10,486. The academy needs more wealthy workers to get the research project going. And the reason why we're running out of wealthy workers is these three new buildings are popping up. So whoever was there moved out and is waiting for these to be built before they move back in. Oh, look, they even got a pool on the roof. That's sweet. Take a look at that. High income, medium density. Let's see if we get people moving in. See if any moving vans start coming into the neighborhood. We have a sewage problem. And we have a water problem again. I don't know what I can do about the damn water. Besides spending almost $50,000 on a water pump. That's about the only thing I can think of doing at this point. This area isn't so healthy, why not? Looks like there's a lot of germs being generated by these buildings here, but there's not a lot of germs over here, so what's going on? Another abandoned building. No shoppers. Man, supporting high wealth businesses is pretty hard. Let's check the germs map again. What does that symbol mean? Ground pollution. So these guys are polluting the ground. But why? We got no garbage. All the garbage cans got collected. We need to improve public health, and I don't know how to do it. I'm getting kind of frustrated. And looks like crime... Oh, they got him. Okay. We love the parks and activities around here, so our new higher density, high wealth buildings are pretty happy. So this seems to be a pretty decent neighborhood, except someone decided to light their house on fire again. Let's take a look at our education. All our students are enrolled. Well, they will be. Maybe we should build another bus. No, we already did. They should be able to get to school. They should be able to drive to college. We got 256 students being taught, 572 being taught. Tech level is 1 out of 3. So that means we have some high-tech factories over here in this corner by the power plant. You know, I'm not sure what else to do here. Our industrial, we still have a high demand for high wealth and low income. And these people are having problems keeping employed people around. And our traffic is getting kind of ridiculous. I wonder what the next step would be. Well, we do have that mega tower mission. Maybe we can increase our population through use of mega towers. And let's take a look here. Or now we need mass transit. So, looks like we have a bit of a traffic problem. They're alerting me to. We can add shuttle buses. How much does that cost an hour? I'd like to think that we can add maglev though, but we don't have enough control net. Alright, problem solved. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to build a mega tower for the rich and middle class, and we're going to place it somewhere over here. And that should fix some of our problems. So let's go to mega towers and see if we can support a larger population. So we're going to go to elite mega towers, even though they're more expensive. 224,000 simoleons. That's 120. But we'll get 80,000 of it back as soon as we do it. Looks like these are producing a lot of smog. It's probably what's keeping the hospital busy. We don't have enough control net to operate our sewage treatment facility. But we have an excess anyway. Let's take a look at how we're handling sewage so far. We have an excess. So maybe we should just shut down these two tanks that don't have enough control net. Shouldn't really affect us too much. Yeah, it didn't really. And now we're making more money an hour. What's this? You are now considered a small city. To be considered as a suburban city, we would need at least 15,000 people. Want it 15 grand? So that works. $1 a person. We're almost there. We're at 10,575. And these people are, yeah, there we go. Our population is probably going to increase once people start moving into these larger condominiums. And then people should be able to shop from here in this area here. So this should undoubtedly get bigger. At least one would hope. And this dead-end street is bothering me. We're going to clean that up. So we're going to go medium density. Bring this road down. Bring this road down. And connect it. And we're going to spread the future a little bit. I think I'm going to try and build up another abandoned building. Alright. What's our demand for? Low income commercial? Well, that can go right here. Let's extend the avenue down. All the way. Well, as far as I can go. Let's take it right about there. We just spent 5,000, but I think it's worth it. Get a nice grid going. Yeah, that's pretty straight. We'll leave that alone. We'll complete the road over here. Have it connect. Yeah, that looks nice. Now there's not so many dead ends, and we'll join these two roads. So everything looks nice and pretty. Nice and organized. Alright, all the roads are straight. We're starting to look like a city. This is making me excited. We got 11,000. What's going on with waste disposal here? Garbage dumps are full. Because of that party, no doubt. So now we're going to need to add another dump. I have a lot of room here. Put it on this side. Then extend a little dirt path here so the garbage trucks can get out there. We have enough garbage trucks, that's not an issue. And then maybe we can put a recycling center down now that we have the Department of Utilities. Now that takes up a lot of space. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bulldoze this since we closed it. I know that's going to just add to the further ground pollution. We're going to take our recycling center and we're going to kind of do something kind of nifty with it. Let's put the recycling center down and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to place the recycling center here on the edge of the map. Right now we have one recycling truck and one reclamation truck. Now, the recycling truck will go around like the garbage trucks and collect all the recyclable materials. Usually higher educated people, once they have access to a recycling center, will not throw away as much garbage. It should probably improve public health. The reclamation truck will then take the plastic and all the stuff and take it to a trade zone where we can then sell it and ship the excess plastic out as a natural resource and make money off of that. So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing... Let's see what we got here. We got... What are we recycling? Plastic first. So what we want to do is get a metal reclamation line on here. And an alloy reclamation line. So plastic, alloy, and metal. We should be good with that. Alright, so we got a fully functioning recycling center. Let's add a reclamation truck and a recycling truck. We're going to put them across the street. And look at that, we spent almost 100,000 on this, so they better be happy. Now we're going to start producing recyclable material. We want to make sure that that can get out of town. So what we're going to do So we're going to extend a medium density road out over here and place a trade zone or a trade port or some type of trading facility right over here by the church. Okay, so let's get some money before we do that. We've gotten some money. Worker shortage. So we're going to need... Well, that just naturally happens because we're building up density, so they keep thinking that the population's dropping, but really we're actually increasing as soon as those vacant buildings... I mean, the whole rich area has been built up to support condominiums. So we're doing good there. Let's take a look. Are there any abandoned buildings? No more abandoned building problems. Alright, let's add a trade port. See if we can grab some of our recyclables from the next day and see if we can ship them on the open market. So let's put... I don't want to take out that high-tech factory. I kind of like it there. Seems like we're wasting space. Getting kind of aggravated. I wanted sure to have enough room. We're going to put it here for now. Yeah, we'll just have it butt up against the church. Alright, now the excess freight can be stored at this warehouse. So that, and then we're going to add alloy, metal, and plastic. We're going to add delivery truck garages too. 4 of them. Okay. Now let's wait, and then this will provide more jobs too, because I think we're doing good on jobs. Let's take a look at the population panel and see. No unemployed, and we have an excess availability of jobs. So, let's see if we have the actual metal storage lot, alloy, and plastic. Now let's set to export all these when we have them. So, manage global market. We're going to want to export. See, per every 1,000 crates, we make 21 grand. So, let's hope the people start recycling and we can convert a lot of that. 42,000 for alloy, which would be awesome. But we still have a traffic problem. That's not kosher. We haven't even... Okay. Got to do something about that traffic. I mean, especially on this road. Jeez. Why don't they just go over here, go around? Wondering if it's maybe because my intersections are too short? It's kind of hard to tell. Our recycling trucks. There's no recyclables yet in the city. They're going to need a little time to start recycling. Let's see if they're even generating any recyclables. And we have 2 criminals at large and 1 arrest per day. We're starting to get up in the crime, which probably has a lot to do with education. Oh, we got a pretty decent standing here. I mean, we're not teaching everybody yet. So maybe we'll just need to make sure that everybody gets to school by adding the maximum amount of school buses. And let's see what the capacity of the community college is. They can support 500 students, so that is not a problem. So we have enough places for people to get educated. Basically, they're just extension wings to the college to support more students. That's what we can do later. Looks like this building's increasing in density. We have a nice looking downtown. I'm very pleased. I want to take a look to see if these people are smart enough to start recycling. Yes. Look at that. Got all the rich people recycling, and it's going to catch on. I think it's going to catch on. And we passed something. Oh, we got that money back for the recycling center. And hopefully we'll start getting to the 15,000 resident mark, as we can see that these people are starting to build even higher into the sky. Let's check our public health. 0 deaths. Still got a lot of injured and sick, but we do have a higher population, so I'm not going to feel too crappy about that right now, considering we are starting to have a population of over 10,000 residents. And we're going to have fires. We're going to have crime. Not really liking the crime map over here. I don't know where our criminals are. We haven't found out who they are yet. We have 3 criminals in jail, 2 out there still somewhere. And we have about an arrest rate of 3 per day. Our fires... Let's check a look at the fires. Moderate flammability. I don't understand why. Well, there's high flammability on these damn abandoned buildings. We need to build up. I don't know how to do it. I'd like to put off a petition. Eventually, we're going to want to choose a city specialization. And what that means is that what our city is going to be known for. And let's take a look at... what the city specializations can be. Now, we don't have any natural resources, so mining and drilling are out of the question. We do have trade, though, because we have recyclable products. And we do not have natural resources necessary. I mean, we're going to have to import most of our resources to make computers and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we should turn this into tourism, a culture, and gambling hub. What do you think? Let me know in your comments what you want the city specialization to be. That'll generate income and basically take our city to the next level as far as giving it a purpose. We do have a traffic problem, so I think on our next upgrade, when we reach 15,000, we're going to add a Department of Transportation so we can get access to train stations, bus terminals, and other types. Let's see what the actual transportation menu can offer us. Where would that be? Right here, mass transit. So we have access to the maglev stations, but I don't think we're generating enough control net to run a maglev system right now. We're starting to. It might give us, but it is extremely expensive to run. Think of it as like a magnetic rail. It'll ride above the street level, and people can get off at all the various stops, which you'll have to put in. But that's the only thing we can build, but we can pair that with ferries, airplanes, trains, streetcars, and eventually buses. Now, streetcars, I kind of made a mistake here and didn't add any more avenues. So it looks like if we were to do that, we would have to bulldoze a good portion of the city and upgrade some of the roads to avenues, because I added too many streets here. And I think that's why we have such a traffic problem. We don't have any large avenues like this one, where it's 2-lane roads going in either direction. So it's 2 of them, and you have a higher speed limit. I think that was mistake number 1 out of many, that I did not foresee the need for those. But I think we can probably add an avenue here without causing too many problems. We'll just have to bisect the downtown area. But that I won't lose anything important. And now we can afford a mega tower. And we'll probably easily reach that 15,000 population mark. We have demand for something. Demand for mega towers. We want to build up, not out, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get a mega tower started. We'll start with an elite mega tower with medium income housing level. And we can put it right here. should have gotten 80,000 of that back. And we did. They were good on their word. Alright, let's check the population tab. Let's check the Mega Tower tab. Now, a Mega Tower is pretty much a city within a city. A large building that can support a massive population, almost as much as what we already have now. So we can skyrocket our population by an immense degree by building up. Right now, we seem to have the greatest demand for low income. All three different income types for residential, because we have a lot of jobs in the town, so that I think that goes hand in hand. We have over 2,000 available jobs, and everybody's employed in the city, which means everyone's doing good. We have a 100% employment rate. We need to make sure that those jobs are filled, so this building should help us do that. Alright. Apartments are for rent. Now, the cool thing about Mega Towers, if I can show you here, let's take a look. They generate an expense per hour, so they're extremely expensive to operate, but they also earn rent. So right now, they're earning more than they're actually costing. $240 an hour is what we're making off of the rent on this one Mega Tower. And right now we have medium income. So we're providing medium income here. And let's take a look at the population of this residence. So now we're going to add an apartment level of high income. Even though that's going to cost $28,000, we're going to build it up one more time. So then that should benefit us in many more ways than one. One of the ways is that there's a high commercial demand now. So let's get rid of the one abandoned building here. We're going to have rich people being more rich income Sims being able to shop at these markets over here right off the coast. And now that we have a Department of Transportation, once we upgrade our city hall, we can have access to a cruise ship port, and those people getting off the cruise ship can then shop here. And usually people who take cruises are middle and high income. So we're providing benefits all the way around, which would be great. So with the first Mega Tower built, we're going to upgrade our city hall, and then add a Department of Transportation and start to get our traffic problem solved, and then that'll be the end of today's Let's Play. So let's get that going. And we're going to upgrade City Hall. And with that being done, let's slow it down a little bit. Now people are starting to put solar panels on their house. I just noticed that. Education is now allowing people to be more environmentally conscious, which is awesome. Now we're going to add a Department of Transportation. Now the first thing we're going to do is add a ferry terminal right here on the water. Now why do you think I'm going to add a ferry terminal? Because we know in the region that this other city zone is also going to be connected by water, so we can make a connection. Once we start over here, which we're going to do, as soon as we take up all the real estate of this one, we're going to move to this one. And we're going to make sure that both people can get back and forth by rail and by ferry and bus. So we're going to add a Department of Transportation to make sure that we can connect all our citizens together in our county. So let's put the boat, the cruise ship dock. We're going to add it right here. Now the hard part now is our roads have looked pretty nice and square and gridded this whole time. And now we're going to have to do some creativeness. Mainly because we're going to need to connect this cruise ship, or this ferry dock, to these streets here to make sure that everyone's got a way to get off the ferry and onto the city. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to draw and arched road to try and connect. Yeah, that's going to look nice. Alright, so now they have a way to get to and from the ferry terminal. Now that'll provide jobs. And that'll provide transportation. Now we're going to upgrade it to also include a cruise ship dock, because I think what we're going to do is tourism for our specialty. I just decided to make this city a tourism hub. So we want to make sure that this is a place people can go. So I'm going to make sure that the cruise ship can bring tourists in. And now that we have a Department of Transportation, we can handle the extra traffic and maybe put an expo center so that we can host concerts and things and make this a tourist destination. Because I think that I want to preserve the nice look of this city, and that only will help our commercial zones. Which, what is the guy saying here? Worker shortage. There's a demand for high income or low income. So what can we do here? First we'll just complete... Hold on, let's de-zone this whole area. And rezone it commercial. Why isn't that working? There we go. Add more low-income housing. If my keyboard will work. It's being kind of fussy with me. Not liking that. I don't know why it's doing that. Come on. Alright. Frustrating. Frustrating. And now we got to make sure probably why we don't have a high education level is because we don't have the way for the school bus to get all the way over here. Alright, so we have residents living by the ferry. Probably going to be low income. We have a high income zone. We have our first mega tower, which right now, let's take a look at how they're doing. They tend to get a little fussy. So let's take a look at our mega tower. Pretty much both levels are doing great. They're shopping over here and they're shopping over here, so that's good. Our traffic seems to be negligible. And we're providing... Our demand for housing is going down, so that's good. Because that must mean we're doing something right. So look at how beautiful our city is starting to get. We have our first mega tower. We have a lot of buildings downtown. We have a recycling center, which should be producing recyclable material. We have our first ferry dock. And on the next episode, we're going to focus on getting mass transit to the masses. So with that, I bid you all adieu. Have a great evening. And be sure to also comment and click on the like button, like always. This is PR Blur, the Rican Gamer, I'm sorry, signing off.